We take economic development in this state into new horizons, taking maybe the best of what we've done in the past, but modify it to where I think it takes in broader scope, not only in terms of the types of businesses we help, geographically as well. There's never been a better time to build a business here in our own state of Indiana because of the legacy of the past and what we're going to do down the road. It's a new approach to economic development. In addition to pursuing larger companies only, we're going to be going after the businesses that have already dedicated time and effort to the state, that already know what it's like to do business here. And we're also going to go after regions around the state. Just did the study that confirmed that a regional approach to development makes a lot of sense. Unique, innovative things like Power Up, that program, we're having existing employers look to their own employees as a resource that the state will help them upskill, kind of a novel approach, especially in the context that workforce is always tight in our state because we're one of the lowest unemployment states in the country, especially in the Midwest. We're evaluating success based upon two North Star metrics: wage growth and new job opportunities for Hoosiers. A lot of those opportunities are going to come in places where we're set up perfectly with the institutions we have here that train you, biosciences, technology. There's a whole concept right in front of us now of technology like we've never seen it before, the idea of a quantum corridor, which stretches from the region all the way down through Lafayette, Indianapolis, Bloomington, and Crane. All kinds of possibilities. This is interesting. Since January, the average wage of new Hoosier jobs incentivized by the IEDC has increased from $36 to $41. That's quite a jump. 10% increase, $8,000 per job. Results are going up and costs are coming down. Since January, we've cut the average cost per incentivized job by more than 2/3. That whole idea, how do you get more with actually less invested? That's called productivity. That's called being innovative. This week, last year, we were spending $53,000 per incentivized job, getting a wage of $36.77. Now we're investing $16,000 per job. Most would say that'd be impossible to do, to where you'd have that much less, but if you do it smart, you target it well, and you're getting a higher wage out of it. Each state dollar now is going further with that kind of approach. Of the 7,844 new jobs created from state incentivized efforts, 61% were above the national average wage, 86% were above the state's average wage, 92% were above the particular county's average wage. So way above the average and the mean, and that's what we're going to do more of. Our focus is on maximum return on investment with taxpayer dollars. New jobs with great wages strengthen families and communities. Together with Indiana business community, we're making Indiana the best place in the country to start or grow a career, a company, and it'll be attractive to those that are wanting to move here as well. So I'll entertain any questions about it or the IEDC, which will be, tied into how we get this stuff done.
How does that impact Indiana's efforts to bring jobs, bring investment, with just a specter of issues hanging over the IDC right now?
That was all from a prior administration. I campaigned on all issues as being fully transparent where people can see what you're doing. And with all of that, I think the proof is in the pudding. Look what has changed even with that. So that means that the new approach and then marshaling all of our efforts to start focusing on that three-pronged approach, using smarter tools to incentivize, obviously it's been okay. And when you throw full transparency in there, that should be what everyone was asking for, because you couldn't even see the good results before, let alone the other stuff that can happen when it's not all visible for people to look at.
Governor, should the legislature probe why the State Board of Accounts or State Ethics Commission did not catch these issues, and should there be less secrecy surrounding IDC donors moving forward?
So I would be okay with anything you do legislatively in your oversight function, or if something was needed to be done legislatively, as opposed to what we've tried to do to fix it administratively. I think if it's all after the goal of getting better results with complete transparency, I'm open to anything that makes it better. I think we got a pretty good plan in motion to where that may not be needed. If they feel it does, I'd be quite all right with it.
Are those 7,000 jobs expected jobs, or are they already created, people are already hiring for those positions?
Those are jobs that have happened since January. So those are real jobs with less money being spent to create them by over 2/3 and with a 10% higher wage.
So previous IADC reports kind of also included jobs expected down the pipeline, capital investments coming. Did you have either of those numbers?
So that's going to be a function on the capital we apply to it, based upon how we're navigating through the budget issues. And I've got great news there. We've already exceeded the end of the fiscal year after we had to do the budget based upon the snapshot at that time by over 300 million in those 2 months. And in the months since then, in the new fiscal year, July, August, and September, good news too, way above what the forecast said it was going to be. I think a lot of that has to do with forward momentum, the fact that we're a great state with a lot of ingenuity and enterprises in it, and some of the early stuff you see that we've been able to do by maybe refocusing on the kinds of jobs we want. So I'd say that's all good news.
So overall, there are fewer jobs, but they have higher wages.
So those jobs as a percentage of what they were, I don't have that information. All I can tell you is that the jobs that were created, they're better jobs.
One more. Governor Braun, Democrats have said that the audit is an incomplete investigation. Did this specific audit go far enough from your perspective?
I think it did. I mean, when you had a forensic audit and there were no restrictions on it, if they've got something they think that needs to be gleaned other than what was in it, I'd like to hear it rather than just maybe a statement. They don't think it has gone far enough. I mean, we hired a reputable company. They took a long time to arrive at the results, and we don't see where they pulled any punches. They just laid it out, and we were already making fixes that were apparent even before the audit, and we'll try to take every recommendation there and weave it into how we structure it and our approach down the road.
Do we know why the state, which is, for example, there was a $167,000 amount retained to travel costs for state official family members? Is there a reason why those state officials are not listed in the audit?
I'm not sure about that, but in terms of probing further, if we need to, and we can glean that information without doing another audit, I'm going to be fine with it. I don't care how far you go to show what the details are on anything. Any given report's going to probably start and stop at a place. They're professionals where they thought it needed to be. But when it comes to legislatively doing more to look into it, fine with that. If we would find that would need to be more that we need to look at based upon it, wouldn't rule that out either. Thank you.